Oh, is it working? Okay. Just a slight tap. There. Nice static. Yeah. Yeah, I try my best. Uh, Still fucky or what? Okay. Tú tienes muchos libros aburridos. ¿Qué? So, today we're going to be streaming. How did I mean, get. Watch your tongue. So, we're going to be streaming the special Japanese edition of the Classic D that, came out only in Japan and only on the 3DO. That's a few interesting bonuses. It's a pretty short game, only 2 hours to, beat it. So, hopefully we'll beat it before then. It might be a shorter stream tonight, but it'll round off the whole thing, unless I fuck up. I do want to show you some of the bonus materials before we go on, but yeah. Anyways, let's get this show on the road. Boom. I believe you actually start with... Oh, shit. Okay, that's... Oh, why does it do that? You really gotta... I think my 3DO is acting a bit fucky. This is certainly new. Just like hit something. Ugh. Okay. It was hitting the microphone early. The last millimeter, I guess. And we'll move that out of the way. Move this over here a bit. And then we shall begin. Ugh. There's some weird question they had on Duolingo. It sounded like an insult. Wait, I feel like... Hold on. Do I have to put in the other disc for the intro? Like the intro should have... Okay. Okay, hold up, folks. Just so you're caught up. Not that this game has, much of a story at all. The company. The boys. So this game has slightly different FMVs than the rest of the game. Than the rest of the versions of this game. Like, that's a newly rendered Los Angeles. The story's simple enough, so I'll just kind of go over what's happening. So, basically, there's been a shootout at the Los Angeles hospital, whatever. Oh, wait, sorry, I'm late. What did I miss? Literally nothing. I'll just put on the intro. So there's been a shootout at the Los Angeles hospital, and now all the cops are there. Is this play the same as the version I played? Yeah, sorta. There's a lot of differences. A few differences, and I'll go over the bonus disc later. Anyways, there's Richter. He's gone mad and started capping the audio with his gun. Anyways, he used to be known as a sort of benevolent doctor of sorts. General good guy until today. So now the police have decided to call up the only person that will know how to deal with him. But this took place in a castle. Well, you will see. And the only person that can deal with him is his daughter, Laura. Anyways, we're all waiting with patience for the stream. By we, I mean me. Particularly, I mean I demand it. JK, but not really. Well, maybe. I might do it someday. Like, I want to do the original. Like that old-ass DOSBox one. So this game is old. This is a 1995 game on the 3DO, though this version came out in 96, same year as Enemy Zero, and the last year that the 3DO would still be producing games. Okay. Guess it just loops there. So, yeah, this is the bonus disc, and apparently it also shows the intro. So now we'll be going to disc B. Yes, the original one. It's pretty short. I played it once, but I don't have it anymore. I could probably find it again. Yeah, it's kind of all around the internet. Would you say that this is the superior version? Yes. It has a lot of little bonuses and little touches, and one really cool Easter egg that I hope we can pull off in this version. It's not like significantly like super big, the differences, but just neat little touches, and the game does have a version comparison that you can check out, which we will. However, there is one difference in this version of the game that did carry over to all the other versions except the original 3DO release, which is this extended bit in the intro here. And so, yeah, LA is known for its Gothic moons and architecture. I've always loved the mood this game has. It's very mid-90s, but man, I just kind of vibe with it. Also, yes, this is also a T for teen game. However, we know why. Might as well be set in the same universe, Jamie. This is just the 90s equivalent. Well, thank you, Mur. The one thing I will say about this game, it certainly has audio mixing. There's something about like mid-90s horror games wanting to be, you know, taking place in a big old spooky ass mansion. Also, the UI is slightly different. No blue gradient or anything. One cool feature about the 3DO is that on some of its controllers, most of them, there's actually a headphone jack. So you can, and a volume dial. So you can play these games with CD audio and listen to it with some really good playback. It's really nice, and it's a feature that really wouldn't get, adopted again until, 20 years later with the PS4 and Xbox One controllers. I don't know why it lags there. This is a 3DO game. Actually, there's one place I want to check before we continue. When you were playing Enemy Zero, how did you get Disc 1 to work? Only the tutorial disc is working for me. Disc 1 won't open. Odd. Yeah, I just popped mine in. I think you might have a faulty disc. Unless you've burnt it from somewhere. Otherwise, it's worked just fine for me. Have you tried exiting out first and then popping it in? Maybe. Or, worst case scenario, maybe try running it in compatibility mode. Or reinstall it. This game has a very kind of Hammer House vibe to it that I really dig. Sure, it's slow and not quite as tense as any of the other games. Or surreal, though it has its moments. But it's cool. I thought I ejected the discs, but I got 4 BD-ROM drives saying I didn't, and they didn't go away when I told them to eject. Odd. Forgot that this game is on rails? Yeah. It's basically all the, on rail sections of Enemy Zero. And yeah, you should totally play Enemy Zero. I do believe there are some ROM sites hosting it, but there's also discs online that you can buy. As for your BD ROM, I'm not sure. Did the disc look clean at least? Sometimes I have a disc and I just rub them with alcohol for a bit. They look fine, but sometimes there just might be something fucky about them. This game is like ill-believed if it took itself seriously. I'll try compatibility mode later. Yeah. I believe also if you click new game or something, it will ask you to switch the discs. If you're on disc 0, maybe that might help as well. But I'm not sure, honestly. I've had no real problems with mine. Iron Maiden? Excellent! I haven't seen... Aside from the newest one, I haven't seen Bill and Ted in years. I believe it's kind of like all the goofy parts from RE4 put into one game. Yeah. And I love it. That's a weighty key. He'll bleed uwu. He'll breathe. Oh. Well, I'm glad I still prefer the version of D2 that we totally got. I do kind of wish I could, like, Oh, here's one. I wish we could, see into an alternate universe where we could get a good glimpse of D2 on the M2. That's true, Mr. T. It's nice to have just a goofy, dumb movie every now and then. Ooh, that 3DO FMV shading. Okay, so I found the original Corpse Party on the net pretty easily, but I found it doesn't really work with RetroArch, so it works best to use a PC98 emulator directly. I had a version that worked on my computer pretty well. I think it was maybe a graphical update or something. After I watched Bill and Ted, Neo from the Matrix always seemed like Bill and Ted. Whichever one he was in that movie. Yeah. For a long time, Keanu Reeves, I always imagined as that guy, necessarily. Not necessarily the best actor out there. Though I do think he got better as movies go on, like with the fucking John Wick shit. I think he's certainly become more of an actor now than he was in the 90s. Like he's really not good in that fucking what's it called? Bram Stoker's Dracula. Is that dithering on my 3DO screen? What do I think of Speed? Don't do drugs, kids. Unless you want to. Okay. 4-2. Oh, the Keanu Reeves fucking bus movie? Never heard of it. At least I don't think I have. Seriously? Yeah, unless I saw like some promotional material, I think I might have not seen it or heard of it. Because when I saw Speed, the first thing I instantly thought of was Crank with Jason Statham. The one where the bus is weird, wired to blow up if it drops below 50 miles. Wait, okay, that does sound familiar. I don't think I've seen it, but I've definitely heard of that. So it's 4-2. And now we have a crank for the thing. Oh yeah, that'd be good. Meow. This came out the same year as Toy Story. Not saying this looks as visually as good as Toy Story, per se, nor does it have the, you know, same animation levels. But for a game that came out in 1995 using solely FMVs, it's pretty solid for the most part. It looks amazing. Yeah. For essentially an indie company, they did a pretty darn good job. Because before this, they were doing like a weird, not necessarily shovelware games, but they were kind of like weird party games. And then all of a sudden, and they also did like Mahjong. Like one of those and shit like that. But, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, horror, we do horror now. So we want to get 78 to open that door. Now we're kind of up to, as I said, this game is timed. You only have 2 hours to complete it. Keanu Reeves bus movies speed. So we halfway through yet? No. We're not even remotely close to the circular room. JK, okay. This game is on Steam right now for Steam and GOG for $5. Um, it's not a bad port, but and it's the most sound mixing. It's definitely the most like accessible version of this game, but it's I wouldn't say it's the best port. But if you want to get your D fix on, it's there. Do you want at least some NO? It's the most accessible. And then there's also, Enemy Zero, which is on PC, just not on Steam or GOG or anything for that matter. I wish a chorus played whenever I used items. Oh. So this is a puzzle that can either take 2 seconds or suck up a shit ton of time. Fuck. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Fuck. At least I got the nice number. Okay, so we gotta hit it at 1. Nice, okay. If you're not good with your fucking timing, that can take ages. So let's get out of here. I think by the time this was made, Warp only had like a staff of 9 or so people. Also, speaking of Fumito Ueda, the last time, this was the first, I think the first one he really worked on, or had any involvement in. He did some like small animations here or there for this bonus version. Like some of the text and shit, like in the bonus disc, but Enemy Zero is where he really got his break. But I believe you'll find his name in the credits of this one as well. She has the most 90s dress out there. That is distinctly 90s gray. You might be familiar with that jingle, if you remember D2. What's with early 3D games and gray? I have no idea. Just kind of a color stylistic choice of the late 80s and early 90s. Like if you watch RoboCop and like Gremlins 2, like whenever there's like an office setting, it's always distinctly gray. I got the feeling Eno was one of those game designers that wish they were making movies instead. Maybe with this one, but I always feel like he always wanted to make games and just do some weird shit with them. Because like Enemy Zero would not necessarily work as a movie. Don't get me wrong. I think he was inspired. I certainly think he was inspired by films. Fucking D is, I mean, like D and Enemy Zero are heavily inspired by them. Like that was fucking Indiana Jones, and the entire plot of Enemy Zero is just lifted from, you know, Alien, which in turn is lifted from Planet of the Vampires. But like D2 and Enemy Zero, I think are very gamey games that also have a lot of inspiration from other medias. Deer at the bottom. Okay. Spooky. I don't know. I think this game was probably would have had more action if the software had allowed it. Maybe. I do think this game was definitely inspired by, you know, Myst, which came out only a few years prior, as well as Japanese contemporaries at the time. Like, what's it called? Gadget. Always like the more atmospheric music in this one. These like weird low roars and shit. Not necessarily what you think of, you know, in a castle. But it's cool. Once again, Eno did the music for this one. Unlike Enemy Zero. Which was Nyman. About how much it actually kept the same. Kept the same from the PC-98 Corpse Party to the PSP remake. Hmm. There's just some. These are the most like grody looking corpses in any video game. They remind me of like the Half-Life 2 ones, but look way creepier and like grodier. Something about these FMV 3DO corpses. It's like, ugh. I do really like these environments, though. I think they're neat. Oop, another bug. The bugs are kind of randomized in this game, to my knowledge, which makes collecting them, all four of them, kind of hard. I'm not sure if we'll get them all, but we might. Even the music is largely... fuck. What game do I plan on doing after this? I'm planning on doing Illbleed next week. Which is a fucking, like, really funny comedy horror game. Gotta head out. See ya. See ya! Have a nice day. I've been enjoying the streams. Thank you. I really like doing these more esoteric, kind of weird-ass games. They're my favorite ones to do, you know, so long as they aren't painful. Chill vibes all around. It's been fun seeing this weird games I've never heard of. Yeah. Ooh. Got a book. Some good shading for an FMV made on like 9 computers. No, you should totally play it. If you know how to like mount a fucking CD-ROM to make it fake like being a disc, it should work. But if we just want to go all out, I'd definitely suggest, you know. I think the PC version's not super expensive on Amazon or eBay. PC version can be downloaded on the Internet Archive. Really? Wondered though how it'd be. You'd be able to switch discs. That's my question. Sure, there's a way. Guess you'd have to like run the game in window through like what's it called? Oh, here he is. In glorious Japanese. Another stream from Devon. Now it's a party. Thank you. Sounds more menacing in Japanese. Basically saying, Laura, shit's fucked. You should leave. The shit's whack. You shouldn't be here. There is not much dialogue in this game, and generally, it's literally all the dialogue is from him, and it repeats the same shit. So, my translations might sound really rough, but that's basically the gist of what he's saying. Imagine if the entire game was in English except for that one scene. But that was really confusing in a horror game. Oh, wait. Hold on. There we go. Voila! So this is one of the added scenes. Imagine having to face it. It's striking on all the characters except him spoke your native language. You just spoke in old Romanian or something. Why should the villain care? Drink the blood. Okay, so now we switch the fucking discs. Attention. So what do you do in this game? It's kind of hard to tell what the player is doing, but it looks like Laura just does everything in the cuts. Yeah, it's basically on rails. You just kind of guide her. It's like Myst. You ever played Myst? It's like that. And you have some selections and shit, but otherwise, it's just this. So, hold on. Start. So we're gonna do this a lot. We're gonna back up and turn around. Okay. X. person misday. Kinda. I've streamed this game multiple times. But I always have fun doing it, so... And it's short. Get the World Cup. Okay, so... Which door is this? I think it leads to the... Well, technically it's a well. Yeah. What do you need to stream PC games? Same as this. Just get XSplit or OBS. I use XSplit, but I hear OBS is probably better. So I'm marking down each of the rotations. So I put down a C for that one. Start as S. Heyo. Laura. Heyo. Laura. That's me. Laura. Watashi wa omae wa mu shinderu. Nan desu ka? Laura, Joto mate. Hayaku. Basically, same shit that he said the last time. Yo, Laura, what's up? Psst, leave. This is your father speaking. Get out of my mind domain. That's an X. Part's a bit slow. But since I'm plotting this shit down, I just kind of has to be. I never wanted to go to McDonald's and get a Happy Meal more in my entire life right now. I hate COVID. Yeah. COVID, hot take, but COVID kind of sucks out. It sucks ass. Disembodied unknown user voice in Japanese. Laura. Laura. You're still going to be in all the other games. Are you tired of me yet? COVID is cringe. Cringy COVID moment. Hot take. Let's stick my finger in there. COVID is not based. COVID is not my little pog champ. Can't do anything here just yet. But F for fountain. Alt-right pog crazy person. This place had less death traps, so it wouldn't be too bad. Honestly, kind of cozy. Not gonna lie. Rated D for diner and director's cuts. Yeah, it's not dinner, it's diner, because of the translation error. Despite there being absolutely no diner in this game. F for window. Just needs a couple of plants and really bring the place together. Yeah. Real D's Diner was the friends we ate along the way. God damn it. Dinner, diner, same difference really. Yeah, but one's missing a depressing waitress. Okay, the stained glass window clearly depicts a vampire. It's good. Don't worry about it. Just the interior designer just really liked Castlevania. Waitress is in the dinner. Duh. God, if I find out that there are vampires in this game, I'm gonna unsubscribe to your channel. Just don't worry about it. It'll all be good. Red D. Hey, I have 4 hours of sleep and I'm wide awake now. Time for some uncut D. Hey, Dan. It's another X. Fucked up my own joke. Don't worry, I've been there. Okay. Fuck vampires. All my friends hate vampires. Dan, you already have 2 Ds. Why do you need more? You can never have enough. Gotta collect them all. Uh-oh. Quick time events. That's impressive. Yeah. Damn. Oh my, how lewd. Hold up the sword, Laura. I have the power. No vampires so far. Just haunted armor. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry. It's fine. This game is just a... it's... Yeah. Oh, wait, I was doing Final Fantasy. Dun, 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 dun. Holy crap, Lois. Remember that time I was transported into like a giant mental castle? Holy crap, Lois, this is worse than that time that Kenji Eno Shokutaku'd my diner. Ah, you bastard! I mean, to be fair, the game is called D, which is famously been known to stand for doesn't have vampires in it, so you should be fine, yeah. Boo woo, what's this? I just fear that when the wheel snaps back, it just break Laura's wrists and fingers. Oof. Oh, hey! Bug Boy. Damn. Remember, Eno snuck these scenes in without the ESRB knowing about it, so he could get that teen rating and traumatize 13-year-olds. Damn, Laura's... That was like a 5 FPS panic attack there. Okay, so we gotta turn 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 times. T for 4. T for table. What are they thinking? And 5. Oh, gotta do it one more time. D's Diner. But there isn't even a diner in this game at all. It should be called D's Dungeon. What were they thinking? I'd rather eat a breakfast filled with dog shit. That's what D stands for. Kenjietta, more like Kenji. Fuck off, oh. Watch him actually review D at some... Knowing that he has a bunch of people writing scripts for games he would obviously never play. Yeah. Yeah, no, other people write his scripts now. At least most of the time. Not that he doesn't play the games, but he doesn't necessarily write the scripts. Although I'm not sure. I feel cheated. Like, I would never expect a fucking AVGN to play, James Rolfe to play, what's it called? Resident Evil Survivor without any sort of incentive. Not that I'm saying, like, James Rolfe is shit. I actually do still like his content. For the most part. I don't hate it. But, like, it's still not my favorite. Should have been canceled a long time. Yeah. Okay, hold on. Any of y'all know astrology? Because I'm gonna need you guys to know what these symbols are. Never really cared for AVGN. I like his stuff. The Survivor review had a moment that got my nerves, especially. Not this shit. Not this shit. When he was saying, why would you ask you to pick stuff up? I'm like, it's item management, my dude. Yeah. Okay, so there's Horse Boy. Does anyone know what symbol that is in astrology? And there is Pot Lady. Aquarius. Oh, Aquarius and what's this dude? Sagittarius. I don't understand these symbols. I've never, ever been interested in astrology. But if y'all know what those signs are, that'd be helpful. When the person making the stuff becomes more famous than their work, they usually just start doing Let's Plays. Which James seems to as well. Egoraptor pulled the same thing. Yeah. Sounds very Simpsons-esque. What? Hold on. Is that Aquarius? I don't know. Marvel Pot Lady. Don't feel bad. I have RE1's Puzzles Management. Ugh, yeah. Capricorn for Horsebite. It's Sagittarius, I guess. I think Aaron's a very no. Aaron has some very bad, not good game opinions. So that's blue. I think it's blue and green. Let's check. You just have to kind of guess what the colors are and then... It's definitely asparagus. Aaron's a good dude. Yeah. But no, the worst, the most annoying Aaron Ego Raptor opinion was when he said he doesn't like the term fucking Metroidvania because Metroid is apparently so much better than Castlevania, which made me want to like actually rip out my fucking eyebrows. It's a very bad, stupid opinion. Plus, fucking Castlevania, like the MSX version, Vampire Killer, came out the same year as Metroid and was doing the non-linear platforming shit, like a few months apart. This is blue. I remember when he said trans rights during the Leisure Suit Larry playthrough. Got all the gamers mad. That's good. This is green? Yeah, okay. Thank God for my noggin. Hashtag fuck gamers. Gamer side now. Okay, let's back out of there. You are a game. No, you. I'm not playing a video. This is interactive art, okay? Not a video game? What was his take about Metroid, Dev? Was he just saying that he thinks Metroid is better than Castlevania that got you mad? What exactly was dumb about the take? He said the whole genre shouldn't be called Metroidvania because Metroid was apparently better and therefore devalues fucking Castlevania entirely for the whole genre. Pretty shit, bad, stupid fucking take. I don't care if he enjoys like Metroid more, but saying like, I think this one series is better, therefore you should just not include it in building a genre. It's like, fuck off. And it's completely misunderstanding what fucking Metroidvania is. It's fucking bad. Hold on, I'm pinning this so I can go back to it later. Okay, so we are at fountain. So that means we have to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10? Wait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm gonna go up to 9 and then check, and then we'll go to 10. 1. Two. 3. 4. 6. 7. 8. 'Just gonna turn around just to make sure. Okay. Then 9, then 10. 9. Yeah, no, there are non-linear platformers before fucking like Metroid and Castlevania or Vampire Hunter, whatever it's called. There was like some British game. Lots of micro home computers were non-linear from the early 80s. Yeah. Jet Set Willy on the yeah, that's the one. Fantasy World Dizzy, or it's that it involves an egg thing or something. Top Gamer. Actually, this is a bottom gamer stream. Top's denied. They call me Jet Set Willy on the spectrum. Dizzy as piss. Technically, there were some non-linear Atari 2600 games. Yeah, like Adventure. But you admit, this is a gamer stream. There are gamers watching this stream. I'm not saying I'm a gamer. I'm doing this to, like, help alleviate you, but also shove my anti-gamer propaganda. This is not a game. This is real life. You die in D, you die in real life. It's a walking sim. Oh, hey. Oh. Hey. Oh. A flawed masterpiece. Yes. Game Consensus claims this is, by some metrics, still a game. What am I winning? This is a dad simulator, actually. Yo, Laura, I'm doing a live translation. This castle, I don't know, kind of... I don't know about this, Laura. I think you should probably leave or something. Fuck off, Laura. Okay, so our chest, so we have to move 2 more times, and then, or 3. Dad did too much overtime and drank too much and went fucking mental simulator. Or that's just half of my family. Man. 3. If there's one thing gamers are good at, it's dying on ridiculous hills. Name one gamer that's ever died on a hill. I dare you. When I go to Mount Everest, you know, you don't see dead gamers. See dead mountain climbers. Oh, so you're speaking in riddles now, Heather. Next you're gonna be whipping out metaphysics. General Custer would be a COD gamer. Remember how gamers got perma angry for like a full year because Anthony Birch did some shit that doesn't matter? Come on, you're playing a puzzle game? I'm experiencing a DVD menu. Many frames of animation. I'm trying to remember who the fuck Anthony Birch is. Hi, Michael. Who is Anthony Birch? The Hey Ash, what you playing guy? Oh, the guy from that? Also worked on Borderlands. Oh, okay.
Lola. Lola.
Does the style ever a thing? What, her hair?
Lola.
I feel like I've seen a few 80s and like early 90s films with women with that, like a variant of that hair, but I don't know. It's like somehow so curly in the front. I don't get it. Laura, got something big to reveal to you. You might not like it. We're Dracula. Yeah, they're related to Dracula. Yeah, pressed his wife into an open relationship, then his wife got a lot of dick, and he wasn't getting any woman get with him. I thought you said, look, I never said I never said I told the truth, ever. And you know, you might not mean, like, Dracula, like, isn't the vampire, but, like, Dracula, the bad murder man. I'm ashamed to admit, but I would totally let the dad get it. I remember when I had that. My wife left him and took his Wii U. I said, that backfired, but hey-oh, the relationship has its own dynamic. See, they're not related to, like, vampire Dracula. Dracula goes blah blah blah, you know, blah. I smoke the weed. But Laura over here is just eating people, specifically her own mother. Very funny seeing gamers get very mad. Cannibals eating a munchie arm. I don't know why people don't establish that sort of thing before you get into a relationship where it probably wasn't something your partner considered. I can't judge Anthony too much as I don't know anything else about it, but like... Do we know what films Enno like? Clearly Aliens. Then again, who doesn't? Yeah. Philosophy Tube doesn't? I'm starting to question Philosophy Tube's taste in films. You know, like Bond films, then again, who doesn't? Oh, wait, I thought you were saying that Philosophy Tube was dunking on aliens. Don't get me wrong, there's things to dunk on aliens about, you know, like stealing fucking Mario Bava's entire film, but I still think it's a good movie. Oh, yeah, I remember that. Daniel Craig ones are tolerable only when he's wearing bikini and totally wet. That is very true. Michael. Do I like Bond movies, Devin? I enjoyed the ones I have watched. Oh, we're in the fucking Doom 3 portal. I like Moonraker. Just thought Moonraker was fun. I haven't actually seen a James Bond movie before. I had plenty of 007 games. They're pretty fun. They're like a dumb, good, fun time. I've seen a Bond film, past the ones from the 90s. Does he still get with a random new woman every time? I think so. Laura kind of Draculaing at this moment. I'm LARPing as Dracula. I'm gonna do a cool anime transformation into Dracula. So you gotta kind of like stop me or join me. So I can like devour you and become Omega Dracula. How old was I when I first played Doom 3? 7. Got it for my 7th birthday. And it fucked me up. Yeah, very meta. This is all direct, perfect Laura Pog. Double Laura Pog. How many times can the word Hayaku be said in this game? This was a boss fight. Kind of hard to do boss fights in a FMV game. Is she not a vampire? She was just under the control of 100 Drax. That's how many. And this track was also at the end of D2. Laura, this shit really hurts. I'm in extreme agony. Wah 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 wah. Guess I won't be Omega Dracula anytime soon. Thanks for fucking everything up. You're a disappointment. And you're not mine. I guess I'll croak now. Any moment now. Good night. Her shooting me was not based. It was really cringe of you, Laura. Really cringe of you murdering me like that. Fuck. Yep. We got a lore cry. All free games have it. This is the end of the... Yep. We did it. We beat Dracula. Though, there is more to this that I want to show off. I want to show off some of the extras and one very cool thing. Because we got all the bugs. But, yeah. We've game-ended Dracula. Lord, can you please do the whip and nay before I go? Oh, the Easter egg? Yeah, no, it's coming up soon. There he is, the boy. I hope this stream doesn't get copyright strike because of whatever this Guns N' Roses music is. What just murdered my dad? Who was also Dracula? Woo! My man's managing sales. Yeah, there's a whole visual novel that comes with this version of D that you can read online in English. I have a link to it in my D's Diner video. Can you please do in Zone of the Enders next? I'm doing Ill Bleed next week. Laura's weird origins as a robot dinosaur vampire. Voiced by Sato and Tomoko Naga. I believe there's a Fumito Ueda credit in this. You gotta play E next. Kinda. I would say the only other person that was like him was like Nishigaki, who's also dead. All my favorite Japanese developers are dead. And we got all 4 things, which means we get the fun, cool Easter egg. Remember how I said D2 had life on the M2? An unreleased console? Students swear. Oh yeah, that is true. Well, this is the trailer for what the original D2 was going to be, which was incredibly different. We also saw a snippet of this at the intro of D2 in the Dreamcast, if you watch the in-flight movie. Yeah, same. I still love the D2 that we did get, but... And I do think I prefer our D2, but man, this... I would love to see the atmosphere of the original D kind of brought into this. This clip and Blood Omen 1 have similar motifs, I swear. It's the vampires. In the 90s vibes. And this trailer is only in, what's it called? This director's cut version. And I believe, what's it called? And unlockable in the demo. It's so creepy and stylish, though. This intro, it's like really spooky. And this is the same end theme that we saw at, well, the end of D2. Except in a different kind of arrangement. Who owns the Warp catalog? It's kind of... Someone should make this version? Yeah, I'd love to see that. In answer to your question, Heather, if I could make a D3, it'd be this. I just want to try and remake whatever this was supposed to be. There's an extended trailer, I believe, in the demo version of D2 that you can unlock by playing the Dreamcast version of Real Sound. Basically, the plot synopsis was Dracula was kind of a bad dude, kind of like Corn Pop, real bad dude. Kind of murdered a lot of people, but never had a son. And then his wife died, and he was like, "Ah, that's real cringe. So I'm gonna summon Satan. I'm gonna get me a boy." And here's Satan. Dracula was a real bad dude. And in the extended trailer, it cuts to, what's it called? Laura on a plane a year after the events of D1, and she's pregnant. And then Satan takes over the plane, steals her baby from within her womb, and the plane crashes. And then you play as that kid some years on. And we have a few, what's it called? Trailers of that. Not like a bit of gameplay and a few screenshots, but the game was kind of lost forever. There's a bit of gameplay. Fuck. I did a video on the D2 on the M2 a while ago, and you can see some of that gameplay footage on there. The end. I can't read. D2. Anyways, let's check out some of those bonuses. Oh, yeah. Oh, that's cool. Thor found my channel for that one as well. It's one of the few videos I did in 2017 that I don't actively loathe. I think most of my shit pre-2018 was kind of bad. Gonna tag out and try to get some more sleeps. Good night. See ya. Bye, Dan. You're not a true creator unless you hate everything you made. I've come to like some of the stuff I've done. So here's the visual novel. That is, as I said, I did a scripted video on D2 on the M2. You can watch, get a link to this visual novel on here. Fucking 5:15. Jesus. I guess you can save. I know. Babino. What? Oh, ah. So yeah, it's just kind of this. Oh, is that Richter? Spooky. Is that BB? Okay. So, yeah, you get the picture. Finn. Oh, wait, that was the restart button. Okay. Hold on. Oh, my God. There. Restart. Let's check out the other bonuses. Imagine being in the womb and Satan snatches you during a plane crash. Imagine being a cool baby in like 1998, right? And then fucking Satan snatches you and sends your ass back to 1400 something. That would really suck ass. It's bonus time. I was just talking about Gex earlier. With a few friends. Here are some early trailers for D. Like, this is a really super early trailer for D. It's like beta D. Beta dick. Look at Beta Richter. Richter Pog. For Alpha or Beta D? Ich. I prefer Sigma. Oh, Impaled Man. More Dracul nods, and also, please tell me what happens here. I don't get how this happens. Here's Laura. Okay, and she's just driving, and that's fine. And then it explodes. Why? I don't know. This has PS1 energy. This has, like, fucking Twilight Syndrome energy. Dino Park Champ. Nandeska. It's a real big Sigma D, even for Sigma D. And now D's kind of taking its, like, final form. Unless Beta DE. Is there a Japanese? Is there a D in Japanese language? That. Yeah, there is. That's why they say like Doki and shit. Would early trailers of the game play on air even if they had nothing to do with the finished product? I believe so. I believe these were shown off in like press conferences and like expos or some shit and boardrooms. I think the first one I believe was shown off in a boardroom to, you know, like pitch the game for funders. Keep in mind, Warp was mainly funded primarily at first through Kenji Eno's former boss at a car magazine shop. He somehow convinced him after going to like San Diego and getting high with a bunch of other game designers that he wanted to get back into gaming, because before this he had another company that mainly worked on licensed game, and convinced his boss at this car magazine to help fund Warp. Car magazine shop. That is so specific of a gig. Yeah. I wonder if the shop is still open. I'm not sure. Look at those static 3D models of LA cops. As someone born in the Los Angeles area, you know, feel like this game is the one that represents me. Does Warp stand for wet ass pussy word? As Ben Shapiro would hypothetically put it? Yes. Let's say, hypothetically, your dad was Dracula. Now, for the sake of argument, I think you would agree with me. That wouldn't be PogChamp. I want to live in LA that Japanese video game developers imagine exists. Get a bucket of mop for that wet SP word. A word of a life, GTA 5 convinced me that I want to check out LA for myself someday. It's a pretty cool city. I wouldn't say live in it necessarily, like in the city portion, because it's expensive as shit. But it's fun to check out. I'd live in the surrounding areas, though. It's still not as expensive as, like, San Fran, which is, like, ungodly. I can't even afford living in Alabama. Oh. I'm sorry. Long ways off from living in a place like that. Have I checked out all the trailers? 2 CDs on the 3DO. I kind of wonder if Enemy Zero could have actually ran on a 3DO. Because, like, it can run some games. Like, Space Hulk and shit like that. And just like, is that Comic Sans? It would have just been a little bit shitter, but yeah, probably could have. Yeah. Because, like, what's it called? A massacre was carried out in Los Angeles General Hospital on the outskirts of downtown. Same. baited it again. The police is powerless against him because many patients are taken hostage. Just imagine any southern stereotype and you'll know what I upload. Sans and Anno's second favorite font. I was a caretaker of my granddad for 3 years. Anyhow. There's the director of the hospital, winning a good reputation of gentleness and earnestness. This game was definitely not written by an English speaker. Laura Harris, his only daughter, saw the news about her father suddenly become a fearful criminal, now is hastening from San Francisco. She will enter the hospital alone to pursue her father, Richter Harris. Inside the dark hospital, terror and mysterious fate is befalling the heroine Laura. What has made Richter Harris a mad killer? Laura Pog. What the hell is hanging over the heroine? Her T-1000 see-through dad. Hypothetically speaking, if I were a mad killer, I would also be Dracula. In the hospital, inside of what is clearly not the interior of a modern hospital. Los Angeles is old, you know, there's obviously those hospitals that were built in the year 1000. Can you imagine now if special features were just trailers? Well, it's not just trailers in this game. In this bonus disc, as we said, there's the visual novel, which is actually pretty lengthy. And I'm gonna show you this in a sec. The D. Fucking juvenile. A terrifying story presented by excellent CG of 5 million polygons per second. Psychiatric hospitals that were just castles but instead of treatment, they just locked you away. An amazing 3DO interactive movie of 2 CD-ROMs is now available. It's an interactive movie, therefore not gamer. This is the CES version. For more information, call Warp Incorporated at A137360640. Okay. So we can back out here. And if you, as you notice, we can't go to those 2 bottom ones, and that's because you had to do this weird unlocking progress where you need to own the original copy of D and then do, like, it had this weird decoder. Yeah. It's a weird thing. Video Game Esoterica did a long video about it, but Consumer Electronics Show. Yeah. So, we can't do that right now because of what's it called. However, if we just leave it like this, right, and just wait a moment, when the intro starts again, we can kind of glitch the thing out so we can go make this selection. See Video Game Esoterica video on it, yeah. I mentioned him twice, but he's like a good resource for D and 3DO related material. Shit's really good. Found him, I want to say last year or a year before. Kind of have to wait a minute. Look at that fire JPEG. I know this is one of the more frequently bought 3DO games, but I'm wondering, like, where in the top whatever this was. I definitely think it was like one of the top 10 like 3DO games in terms of sales because it did relatively well. That's why Anno was pissed that it didn't get a proper release for the PlayStation for the printing. Good old 4 is how I found him. Yeah, I think didn't 4 mention him in one of the videos? It's probably sold way more after its prime. Never mind, it did all right. Yeah, they were supposed to get 100,000 copies printed for the PlayStation, so it must have done well on the 3DO. Were most 3DO games like this? Okay, see, now we're on D Goes Overseas, which is a dub compilation. So now we can see the dubs of all the different versions. So let's try the English version. Video games range. A lot of them had FMVs, but they're very different. They really got my man to scream. Is there a bad ending where she doesn't shoot? Yeah, you walk into him and then he's like, we can become Dracula. Let me eat your flesh. And then that's just the end credits, but you hear munching noises.
Laura, you've ended it. Thank you. A little more, and the change would have been complete. Perhaps.
Kind of looks like Rudy Giuliani.
I wanted to
Not
see
quite as
how
ghoulish
the
as Rudy Giuliani.
would affect me, but that was wrong. And now
Did they
I
just
will
stretch her
end my
scene?
life as a man of flesh and blood. Laura, thank you. I love you. My last wish is that
Dead. Damn. Hashtag RIP in chat. Okay, they definitely changed that in the other version than the D's Diner. Because that looks like shit. That tear, that literally spawned out of that fucking, out of her cheek rather than her eye. Obama's last wishes. That French scream was kind of disappointing. Sacre bleu, Laura! You shot moi! They should have made hold the gun sideways in the American version, so it sold more.
Tu as mis fin. Merci.
Ooh la la!
Encore
Laura.
une métamorphose a été réussie. Peut-être est-ce le docteur en moi qui voulait voir comment la métamorphose m'affecterait. Mais c'était mal,
Honest wishes that we can win a war.
et je vais finir ma vie comme un homme normal, fait de chair et de sang. Merci, Laura. Je t'aime. Mon dernier vœu et que...
He's really hamming it up. Has anyone made a YouTube poop out of all the D cutscenes? I don't know. They should. You can do so much with Laura Pog. Damn. Rip. See? The tear scene is different. And it looks more natural. I guess the French got this version of the tear scene because that English one was fucking embarrassing. That was not very wee wee ho ho of her. And finally, the best for last, the German version, which by far has the best scream. The best Richter scream goes to Deutschland. Did they censor out him, like, freaking the fuck out? For some reason?
Laura, du hast dem Ganzen ein Ende bereitet. Danke. Etwas länger und die Verwandlung wäre abgeschlossen gewesen.
You kinda sound fine.
Vielleicht wollte der Arzt in mir sehen, wie sich die Verwandlung an mir auswirkt.
I'm German. I was born dying.
Aber das war falsch. Und nun werde ich mein Leben als Mann aus Fleisch und Blut beenden. Laura, ich danke dir.
Yeah, they did censor a lot back then. Like, have you seen the German version of Half-Life? Oh, here comes the shit tear again. That spawns right out of her cheek. They see that version's also shit because they don't do a retake of her doing the fish mouth scream. Just snotted over him. Ew. So now we just wait on this one for a bit. Poggers. And then we have possibly the most interesting one of the bonuses that shows the differences between this release, like all the changes they made in the animation, and the original 3DO version. Because there are a fair few. Namely, that tear scene is a prime example. Agua. Wow, they were really trying squeeze out anything to sell this game, huh? I mean, I get it's humble, but still, this is whack as far as extras go. Yeah. I don't have it, but it also came with a mini CD that had some of the game soundtrack, which is cool. Night in the desert is not a good climate for people in tees and shorts. Yeah, it really isn't. It's good for the daytime, though. Okay. Omens of. I believe that's the intro. So here's the original intro. That was for the original 3DO version. However, this is only for the original 3DO version. Despite the fact that many of the other versions didn't get the benefits of D-diners, like a lot of the animation changes, this was one of the few things that actually did carry over into other versions for some reason. I want a recording of every single day they worked on this game. Record all the angles of their offices and hear all the employees' any thoughts as it goes. It's a bonus clip in this game, okay? See there, she's just instantly transported into the what's it called? The castle. Whereas in the redone version, which is in all the other console ports, and this version, she goes a bit farther in. Los Angeles apparently has no skyline. Just this hospital on the edge of nowhere. That's downtown LA, by the way. Yeah, that's just the big moon and the abyss. Weather out here is frightful. I'm scared. But is the fire so delightful? I'd love to make a game like D. Yeah, no, that'd be real fun. I kind of miss it, FMV adventure games like this and Lunacy. Though I do find Lunacy to be a bit better. Define golf, my home. I'm outside. I wonder if this game was originally going to be set in a hospital itself, but the rooms were just too complicated to design, so they just made it sort of a simple castle. I mean, the thing is with a hospital, it's not that incredibly difficult to design. In fact, I would say it's a bit less difficult because a lot of it's just these square boxes and shit. They're very, like, rudimentary and, like, clinical. Objects, possibly. Though, to be fair, Enemy Zero only came out like a year after this. 9,000 nails. I'm actually not sure what the difference is between this version and the director's cut version is. Just theorizing. Game theory. Well, by E0, they probably had more experience with 3D and money. True. Guess the angles thing Well, they doubled. Oh, they did that scene 4 times. I guess that's the difference. For some reason, they thought that was important to show it 4 times. Looped. Oh, shit. God damn it. One of the mind powers and held it back at the last second. I'm calling it. Yeah. I mean, she is Dracula and a robot. And, like, half angel. The best thing about Matt Pate could ever contribute to society is becoming a pancake. Surprise. Original. Them 3DO corpses. Oh, Matt Pat. He gave the Pope Undertale. Oh, I forgot. I guess the difference in that cutscene was that she made a few more noises. Also, those fights have got to be incredibly sharp, otherwise they'd just stab you a bit and push you further into the room. True. 78 CT. Oh. Pocket that dead man's ring. Yeah, she makes a few more noises in the director's cut. And she shows, you know, visible shock a bit more. New angle, yeah. Rock and roll. So once again, this what if that's the Ring of Die? True. What if? Also, this original version of the scene is kind of embarrassingly bad. The way she just jogs and seems only mildly displeased with it. See? And then she just runs out like, nope, it's no problem. She just kind of stands there. Oh, man. Really got the blood pumping. I can't even move the rock. Oh, well. And here's the director's cut. Eat your heart out, Indy. Yeah, this place really does want her dead. Oh. Yep, now she seems a bit shocked. And now she's running much faster. And shocked. Look. She even turned around. Oh, jeez. The things I do for love. Staircase feels a bit longer. Can I be honest? Unrelated game comment. Lara Croft was just a female Indiana Jones, even though she's still popular. I do kind of miss her funner stories of older Tomb Raider games. Yeah, I can get that. I wish some games were a bit less self-serious. Kind of embrace the cheesiness more. She's become Courage. Yeah, see? Shocked. Kind of spooked. And out of breath. Because, like, stairs got extended by, like, 100 or 200 feet. Thank the Lord for Resident Evil stay cheesy. Yeah, even in 7, it kept up the goofy atmosphere. The fucking Bakers were really good. So good, in fact, that the last quarter without them kind of sucks ass. Damn. Bonk. Bonk. And bonk. Need to figure out how to stream. Just check up OBS and XSplit. Ariaden's giant vampire lady. Yeah. Night. Not gonna lie to y'all, I did simp for Lady Dimitriescu. Can't blame you. Is that the vampire lady? Yes. From RE8. Resident Evil is trying to awaken stuff in me all the time. Yeah, basically. You're all still here, watching me shift through these excellent DVD menu stuff. Of these scenes that are minorly different. For a game no one has cared about in the past 20 years. 26 years, actually. Oh, this game is a boomer. Yep. Ancient. Keeping Enna's spirit alive. Well, oh, I guess there's only one scene. Guess he was just really proud of this water scene. To be fair, it's kind of hard to do semi-realistic water physics in 1995. Yeah, but the horror movie monsters in modern times tend to toss their victims instead of doing the whole sensible thing. Laura, get the gun, get the gun, get the gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Just download water. Jesus, it's that simple. Those cavemen couldn't think of downloading water via the internet. What were they thinking? Old ass boomers. Well, the internet isn't real, but everything else we know is. Dang. What if... I don't see her reload in that cutscene. So what if she just fired off her one shot and then she was just stuck in that window? Because of that window for like the rest of the game. Or it breaks the stained glass. See? Devin, what would happen if I downloaded you off the internet? I don't know. I'd be there on your computer. Usually, considering what I post on Twitter, semi-lewd. You wouldn't steal a Devin. I'm gonna download an entire house, femboys, hooters, and a girlfriend OC. And then I download all the water and give it to everyone else in the world. Oh man. Cheesy potatoes. Too late. Already stole a Devin. Going to fucking jail. Dove and I'm watching Serial Experiments Lane in Ismail. Have fun. Have fun with that one. I don't think you'd understand, which is a shame because I think you're an honest man. And all those things you hold so dear come again to whisper in your ear. You wouldn't download a bear. A twink on the other hand. I feel attacked. Feel added? If life is actually a simulation and you play a video game, is that like the simulation learning about itself so it can escape it? Oh. Serial Experiments Lane is pretty good. Dang. Oh. That about does it for us. And that's it for the whole D trilogy, essentially. We went through it all backwards, but it was still fun. I really had fun. It's been great streaming these games for the past 2 weeks now. It was wonderful having you all on here. Enduring me fucking about in these weird, random ass games. So, thank y'all. Anyways, I think that's about it from me for tonight. I will see y'all sometime soon. Probably next week with Illbleed. Anyways, see you then. Bye.